Welcome to Mlc Tv News March, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am Fatima Yakub. The headlines: KOGI Central Senator commissioned legacy projects across 5 local government areas of his constituency. World Kidney Day, Medical Association warns on food intake to avert kidney disease. RCCG creates directorate to support members vying for political positions. And Nigerian players signed to 2-year deal with Barcelona until June 2024. Now the news in detail. KOGI Central Senator Yakubu Oseni has commissioned legacy projects across the 5 local government areas of his constituency. Amongst all is the 600 capacity JAM CBT Center. The commission, in which attracted the state governor, top government functionaries, also has in attendance the Senate President Ahmed Lawan. The Senate President commended the state governor for his commitment to building a united people and party, named the governor Sarkin Yaki of APC in Nigeria. A reporter has more. Past and 7 members of the State and National Assembly commissioners, political appointees, local government chairmen, traditional rulers, and religious leaders, among others, were on the city of Agasa in Okene to honor and to witness the commissioning of legacy projects initiated by Senator representing KOGI Central, Yakubu Oseni. Among the projects is the 600 capacity JAM CBT Center.
He has played his part well and is still playing his part, and I'm particularly not surprised because when he was chairman of KOGI Internal Revenue Service, he laid a very solid foundation in which others are building on.
Our students can come here and practice. So for a good number of them who don't even get to see a computer until the day of the exam, that has become a thing of the past, which will further boost our journey into the same STEM philosophy. You don't have to travel long distances any longer before you are able to write your exam in a very conducive environment.
KOGI Governor Yahya Bello was represented by the Deputy Edward Onoja. Governor Bello said the step is to ensure proper representation and continued execution of people-oriented projects. He noted that the federal lawmaker has added value to the lives of the people in the constituency by providing projects that have direct bearing on the citizens.
And here we are gathered in Agasa, Okene local government, to commission several projects that distinguished Senator Yakubu Oseni had been able to bring to bear across KOGI Central. As his leader, it is a thing of joy for me and a pride to know that the choices we made in 2019 is adding value to the people of KOGI Central, especially in the education sector. I will only conclude by saying that we will continue to ensuring that valuable representation are presented across boards in all elections.
Governor, who describes Senator as a silent achiever, urged him to do more. He urged members of the National Assembly to do all they could for the APC to remain in power for the development of the country.
Nigeria needs leaders of courage, boldness, and people who can unite us as one. Not forgetting leaders that can secure our country from where our president will take us to in 2023.
The Deputy Governor said the State Governor, Yahya Bello's administration, will continue to ensure that men of proven integrity are presented across the board in future elections in the state. The Senate President, Ahmed Lawan, commended Governor Bello for ensuring the APC produced quality elected senators that have added value to the national legislation proceeding, called Governor Bello the Sarkin Yaki of APC in Nigeria.
I want to say that His Excellency the Governor is the shield of the APC in Nigeria and beyond. And if you don't mind, I would prefer to call him Sarkin Yakin APC in Nigeria. And it's not by sheer coincidence that I was given a bow and arrow to give to His Excellency. Your Excellency, use your bows and arrows just delivered by me on behalf of all the children of KOGI State to ensure that APC remains well protected and well positioned in Nigeria. But let me emphasize on the man of the moment, our brother, our friend, our colleague, who has gathered us here today. Distinguished Senator Yakubu Oseni was new in the Senate in June, especially June 2019. That was the day he was sworn in as a senator. But before he was elected into the Senate, he had gathered a lot of experience that he has brought to bear in our activities in the Senate today. It's not a surprise, therefore, that he is chairing our committee on ICT and cyber crimes. One man that has distinguished himself as a team player is this distinguished senator, able to mix, able to work, able to ensure that the activities of the Ninth Senate never stop as far as he was concerned and involved.
The senator representing the KOGI Central Senatorial District at the National Assembly, Yakubu Oseni, said the various projects across his constituency was initiated to bring governance closer to the people and give them a new lease of life.
No community will be abandoned. For the communities that are yet to feel my impact in terms of infrastructure, I claim for your more patience. I equally call on those communities that have benefited one project or the other to take good care of them. This is to also inform you that the Senate President has been very supportive and instrumental in our effort to resuscitate the Ajakuta Steel Complex and has promised to add his voice to see the bill establishing the Steel University Ajakuta is accepted to by Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari.
Senator Oseni said the world-class 600 capacity JAM computer-based center was executed by the National Information Technology Development Agency to provide job opportunities and reduce traveling by students to write CBT examinations. He thanked the government and the people for the opportunity given to him to serve. The Ohino of Ebireland, His Royal Majesty Alhaji Dr. Ado Ibrahim, in a message stressed the need for the people to be patient with government and ensure peaceful coexistence in the land. He expressed delight at the projects executed by Senator and called for prayers and support for present administration in the state and Nigeria as a whole. The occasion featured musical performances by artists. I am Fatima Yakub reporting for Mlc TV. The House of Representatives has passed for second reading a bill seeking to establish a Chartered Institute of Securities and Investments to replace the existing Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. Sponsored by Chairman of the House Capital Market, Babangida Ibrahim, the legislation is titled A Bill for an Act to Repeal the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers Act, Cap C9, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and provide for establishment of Chartered Institute of Securities and Investments. Addressing journalists after the passage, Ibrahim noted that The proposal seeks to widen the scope of the existing institute. He said, when we talk about the institute, it is a ground for training operators. Capital market is one of the places where even globally emphasis is being made as a vehicle for improving the economy of any nation. And if you don't have well-trained professionals within the capital market, there will be a lot of violations. Investors' confidence may be lost, especially foreign investors, according to the lawmaker, where there are quality professionals that have passed through the training of the institute. The market will perform better, and as a result, will translate into moving the economy. Ibrahim added, the federal government should turn their heads and look at the capital market when it comes to issues of policies, because the capital market is one of the best avenues where you can boost the economy of any nation. So a lot of money can be raised through the capital market. The Association of Nigerian Private Medical Practitioners, Ogun State Chapter, has asked Nigerians to be more hygienic and careful of food they consume. The association made the appeals as part of the celebration of World Kidney Day with the theme, Bridge the Knowledge Gap to Better Kidney Health. The state chairman of the association, Rabiu Kusimu, said this in a statement issued in Abeokuta, the state capital. Kusimu cautioned Nigerians that to avert kidney disease, they should be more conscious of their food intakes. The medical expert noted that the kidney contributes to normal health by removing waste products from the body, balancing body's fluid, releasing hormones that regulate blood pressure, and producing an active form of vitamin D that promotes strong and healthy bones. He said, there are many people all over the world suffering from one form of kidney disease or another. It is important for every person to take responsibility for their health by taking deliberate care about what they eat, drink, or even get exposed to the environment. The doctor, however, advised people to be more mindful of what they consume, as the kidney was a vital and sensitive organ. The Nigerian Labour Congress has asked the organized labor and civil society groups to collaborate and take back the country from those it described as professional politicians. It said 2023 is the year to retire politicians who sees politics as an end and not a means to serve the ordinary people in the country, noting that Nigerian politicians have only demonstrated great talent in serving themselves, families, and cronies. The NLC President Ayuba Waba stated this at the Trade Union Congress Political Roundtable with the theme, the role of organized labor in promoting participatory development and good governance. Perspective on 2023 general elections held at the Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Center, Abuja. Waba, who was represented by the chairman, NLC Political Commission, Najim Yassin, called for the involvement of the labor unions, women, youth, and intellectuals in politics, arguing that the country needs her best women and men to salvage the ship of state, which he noted is sailing dangerously adrift. According to him, the increasing wave of insecurity, unemployment, poverty, hunger, and short supply of basic amenities and utilities, including petrol, show that things are falling apart in the country. Waba stated, the job of fixing our country cannot be left to professional politicians. I say so because in the past 20 years of the current democracy, and for the most part of over 60 years of our independence, our politicians have demonstrated great talent in serving themselves, families, and cronies. The labor leader admonished the workers, professionals, market women and men, and the youth to organize and mobilize their colleagues to use their permanent voter card to send professional politicians to their permanent retirement in 2023. In his remarks, the chairman of the roundtable, Professor Atahiru Jega, corroborated Waba's stance on the need for active involvement of labor unions in the nation's politics. The former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission urged the union to join forces with other patriotic forces and actively engage with politics and governance, and especially the electoral process, to ensure that the governance process and indeed the future of Nigeria is rescued from the reckless elite who are greedily and blindly undermining the socio-economic and democratic development of our country. The Redeemed Christian Church of God, led by Pastor Enoch Adeboye, has created the Office of Directorate of Politics and Governance to engage members willing to be involved in politics and mobilize support for them when required. In a memo addressed to all regions, provinces, zones, and other levels of the church, the mission said the Directorate was created for political education of its members. The Directorate, it was learnt, would also encourage members of the church to obtain their permanent voter card ahead of the 2023 general elections. Further to this, Pastor Timothy Olania, PICP, Lagos Province 12, has been appointed to lead the office. RCCG therefore asks that its parishes send the details of its nominated coordinators for the office to Odesola within 2 weeks of receipt of the letter. RCCG Head of Media and Public Relations, Pastor Olaito Lubi, said the Directorate is to sensitize members of the church for active political participation. He said, "One thing I know is that we have a Directorate on Politics and Governance to galvanize opinion and views to discuss issues as they occur, not only in Nigeria but globally, because as Christians we cannot afford to act ignorantly. It is to serve as a form of sensitization for those interested in politics and to mobilize our people to register and play their own roles, collect PVCs. Those who are interested, let them join the political party they choose." Olubi further emphasized that while the church supports active political involvement by its members, it does not have a preferred political party. As far as the Redeemed Christian Church of God is concerned, we don't have any favorite party. We'll go on a short break. We'll be right back. Every country has its peculiar system of government. In Nigeria, we practice democracy, and this is applicable in some countries across the globe, including the United States of America. What is democracy? It is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. In the political arena, we are ready to x-ray how we play politics in Nigeria and other countries. The challenge of power shift syndrome, how it has impacted or affected the people. How can we make it better for all? Join Fatima Yakub on Mlc TV online every Saturday by 9 p.m. to discuss and examine all about the politics and the power that be.
Mr. President, I was once there as an opposition senator. There was never a time that we called the president at that time, who was a PDP president, an insult, because this is our institution. And if we don't conduct ourselves with dignity and respect, nobody will respect us.
The heads of security in Nigeria made several different explanations for killings of our citizens.
The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I hereby forward for the confirmation by the Senate the appointment of the underlisted nominees as National Commissioners and Resident Electoral Commissioner for the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
To watch us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mlc TV. Like our Facebook page, Mlc TV, and follow us on our Instagram, Mlc TV 2021. We are here to inform, educate, and to criticize constructively. Don't miss it. Welcome back. Operatives of his bar in Kebbi State arrested 2 teenagers involved in drugs and their consumption in the Rafin Atiku area of Benin Kebbi. They are Farida Malami and Sadiya Isa, all from Benin Kebbi. According to the state commandant of his bar, Suleiman Mohammed, who confirmed the arrest, said that the 2 female minors were arrested in their boyfriend's house, where they were red-handedly caught smoking Indian hemp, or in other words, cannabis sativa, syrup, and other hard drugs constituting nuisance in the area. He added that their recent arrest was the second in the series of arrests of the same girls who refused to repent. In a submission, the Director Sharia, Abubakar Lame Ogie, stated that they have been handed over to NDLEA for rehabilitation with support from the wife of Kebbi State Governor, Dr. Zainab Shinkafi Bagudu, who footed all the bills for rehabilitation and subsequent empowerment. Also lauded the effort of Barrister Mariam KOGI, who facilitated their remand and rehabilitation at the NDLEA, Kebbi State Command. An Islamic cleric, Tukur Kola, who counseled the teenagers, appealed to parents to watch the movement of their children and the friends they mingle with. There was pandemonium in Ikare Akoko, headquarters of Akoko Northeast local government area of Ondo State, as gunmen attacked students during a secondary school inter-house in Ondo State. It was understood that A yet-to-be-identified student was shot dead by unknown persons, while 2 students were seriously injured. According to the report, the incident occurred on Thursday evening during the annual inter-house sport of Agolo High School, Ikare Akoko. 2 students who were injured during the shootout that rocked the event were rushed to the hospital of the town. It was gathered that before the shooting started, the event started with joy as students competed peacefully before it turned bloody. According to an eyewitness, secondary school students from various parts of Akoko land attended the annual sporting event, with many old students also in attendance. The eyewitness said suddenly gunshots were heard, which led to the immediate death of a student, while 2 others were seriously wounded but rushed to the hospital. The divisional police officer in Ikare Akoko, SP Olatujoye Akinwade, confirmed the incident, saying that the remains of the dead student had been deposited at a mortuary, while those that sustained injuries were taken to the hospital for treatment. Also, no spokesperson for the command, Fumi Odulami, said that a 9-year-old boy was killed during an inter-house sport at Agolo High School, Ikare Akoko, Northeast Council area of Ondo State. Odulami said that 2 other students were injured during the shootout. Odulami said normalcy had returned to the community following the drafting of detectives by the command. On foreign scene, Tanzania's health ministry has launched a yellow fever vaccination drive after an outbreak was recorded in neighboring Kenya. Minister Omi Mwalimu has directed provincial referral hospital officials to start administering the vaccine to all those traveling out of the country. Kenya's health ministry announced the yellow fever outbreak last week. 15 people were reported to have contracted the disease and 3 people confirmed dead. Mwalimu has directed experts who are supervising health issues at borders to look at possibilities of issuing electronic vaccination certificates to deal with the challenge of fakes. She said she has also called on Tanzanians to take precautions so that the disease does not get into the country and to ensure that the environment is clean to stop mosquitoes from breathing. Residents of districts recently raised to the ground for a multi-billion-dollar development in the city of Jeddah in Saudi Arabia have complained that they did not receive adequate warming or compensation when their homes and neighborhoods were demolished. The Saudi authorities defined the area that cover a substantial slice of the older parts of Jeddah as slums, verifying them as dens of crime and vice. Those living there have denied this, saying that they are long-established districts that provide affordable housing for the less well-off amongst both Saudis and expatriates. Their anger has produced a rare outpouring of protest in Saudi Arabia on social media platforms such as Twitter and TikTok, bemoaning what they see as the injustice and iniquity of the plan to transform the area. Bulldozers have left a swath of Jeddah in ruins. Some have described the scene as resembling the aftermath of war. Some of those who grew up in Saudi Arabia's second city waxed lyrical about the area, but has become run down in recent decades. A Saudi activist known online as Wajelan described the project to the BBC as erasing the city's history, but that is not how the authorities say it. The redevelopment, which is officially budgeted at $20 billion, is portrayed not just as an upgrading and modernization of these neighborhoods, but a restoration of their cultural and historical value in a port city that served as the trading port between East and West for thousands of years, as well as the entry point for country's Muslim pilgrims on their way to Mecca for Hajj each year. The plans include an opera house, an oceanarium, a sports stadium, a marina, and the creation of a large public beach. Some existing landmarks will remain, including the imposing Tahliya water tower, which will be turned into an industrial museum. More than 17,000 residential units will also be built, according to the official plans. And on sport, Super Falcons captain Asisat Oshoala is delighted to extend her contract with Barcelona until June 2024. Oshoala is currently the leading goal scorer in the Primera Iberdrola League with 16 goals in 19 games. The forward's contract with the club lapses at the end of the season, but on Thursday, the 27-year-old penned a new 2-year deal in the presence of club president Joan Laporta and director Xavier Puig at Camp Nou. Oshoala joined Barca on January 31, 2019 and has proved her enormous appetite for goal scoring. She has scored 80 goals in 101 competitive games, already making her the 6th highest scorer in the team's history. She is the record holder for the CAF Women's Player of the Year award and was recently featured as the best African female footballer of the decade. Chelsea shirt sponsor 3 announced Thursday it was suspending its deal with the Premier League club after the UK government slapped sanctions on Russian owner Roman Abramovich. A spokesman for the mobile network provider said it felt the temporary suspension was the right thing to do in light of the asset freeze and travel ban on the billionaire. And that is all on our news package today. Join us tomorrow evening via our YouTube channel, Mlc TV, to watch our news hour. You could also like and follow us through our Facebook page, Mlc TV, Instagram, Mlc TV 2021, and Twitter at Mlc TV1. For your event coverage, feedback, comments, or contribution, call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. And don't forget our special programs designed to educate, inform, entertain, and reform. The programs are Family Affairs, Saturday by 7 p.m., Political Arena, Saturday 9 p.m., and Local Government and You, Friday by 9 p.m. Don't forget our news is on Mondays to Fridays. We are Mlc TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Fatima Yakub, and do not forget to be nice to your neighbor to build a happy society together. Have a blissful night rest and see you next week. Bye.